Peirce Mill and Rock Creek Park is a great place for kids and adults to come and have fun and learn. The mill was built in the 1820s to grind locally grown grain into flour. The National Park Service and the Friends of Peirce Mill have restored the mill so we can explore it and learn. It's open from April to October.
Well, this mill showcases a part of Washington that people are generally not aware of, because when they think of Washington, they think of Washington as being the nation's capital and all of the monuments downtown, and then the rest of the city is kind of an
And his son was an expert on building buildings out of rocks. That's called a stonemason. So this dad and son built this mill together. It actually took them a few years because they didn't have all the electric tools we have. So it took them quite a while to build it, way back then.
Do many educational programs at the mill. The one I enjoy the most is the one for the little kids, like kindergartners, first, second grade. It's called Cornucopia. It teaches children to make the connection of where their food comes from that they're actually eating. So we start off the program by saying, well, what did you have for breakfast today? So oh, I had pancakes, or I had toast, or I had cereal. You go, well, all of that comes from grains.
On children's tours, the kids enjoy hands-on learning. They get to grind corn using a mortar and pestle, the really old-fashioned way to make flour. They also get to play with objects and devices that we find in our kitchens that are similar to some of the machinery in the mill,
but on a much smaller scale. Times that would get us up to
Do you have to dry that?
You do, and I've never done it before. So when they were growing all this grain back here, they needed a way to
The flowing water of Rock Creek provided the power to turn the water wheel and grind grain into flour. Outside with the kids, we trace the outlines of the old water race or canal that diverted water from Rock Creek so it could flow down a slope with enough power to turn the water wheel. The ranger releases a gate, the water flows, and we watch the wheel turn. The gears turn to multiply the force of the wheel to spin the grinding stone fast enough to grind the grain into flour. The kids also really love seeing the fresh flour coming out of the chute from the grinding stone. At the sieve, they can touch the different textures, the coarse cornmeal and the soft corn flour. Upstairs at the millstones, we can take a close look to see how the stones could grind hard kernels of corn into soft flour. The kids can touch the millstone and feel the sharp grooves that are cut in the bedstone. We talk about what would happen if the running stone got too close to the bedstone. Just by smelling a rock after rubbing two rocks together, we can actually smell what friction is and what too much friction is. The miller has to be careful not to get the stones too close together and burn the flour. Watching the park ranger operate the millstones helps bring it all together.
If I was a miller back in the day, they could do as much as 70 bushels of grain per set of stones per day. And there's 3 sets of stones, so that's 3 times 70, and you figure a bushel is approximately 50 pounds of grain. That is a lot of grain. When I run the mill now, I actually have it set to run a little bit slower, not to use up as much grain, since we're just doing it for demonstration purposes. We don't want to make a whole lot of cornmeal because then we donate it to animal farms because we're not allowed to sell for human consumption.
You know, that's what's extraordinary. Washington had a big flour industry here in the 19th century, and there were 8 mills on Rock Creek, and Peirce Mill is the only one that's left standing. The others either burned down or were torn down, but Peirce Mill was built well and